Back at Royce Anderson, Southeast down by 10 with the basketball.
Oh, okay. Rather 6 of 10 that quarter, Jeff, but Southeast 5 of 13. So they had as many shots in the third quarter as they got in the entire first half.
Lob it down to Smith. Nice bounce pass and blocked again by Christian Van Hook. And then Nelson was just a little too lackadaisical trying to save it in, and then lost it out of bounds, so it stays with Southeast. But again, nice defense by Van Hook.
Looked like Nelson was turning to see who he could throw it to, and took his eye off the ball. So, but nice block by Van Hook. But unlike the Railers, Southeast doesn't worry about blocks. They go right back inside.
Senor's three shoots up an air ball. Anderson goes up, and contact from either Nathaniel or Van Hook. He missed the lay-in, but he's going to go to the line, and they're going to get Nathaniel on that. That'll be his second.
Yeah, it looks like Jacoby's really trying to take over in the middle for Southeast. Not only rebounding, but trying to be very strong, although he got a shot blocked by Van Hook, but he's not going to stray away from anything. That doesn't bother him. He's going to go right at it. And we're going to have to shore up the middle, shore up the defense here, because now we're getting that Southeast run that we kind of saw on January the 8th when we were at Southeast.
Yeah, the Railers now giving up 5 offensive rebounds in this half, and it's good for 7 points. And that's really the difference. They had no points off offensive rebounds in the first half, and this press is going to be intense. It's man-to-man, and it's tight.
Southeast has got them both to go down, now scored 7 in a row to cut it to an 8-point game, 49-41.
Now our out-of-bounder's got to remember he can run the baseline on any make, and he just was standing still.
Yep, and now we got to also look at Nelson going long on one of these two.
Grant looking to inbound, does so to Gesner at the timeline. Skips it across to Nathaniel into the front court.
This is where we hurt them bad at Southeast, was breaking that press and getting good looks before the defense came back and set up.
Gesner.
I imagine the Raiders are going to try to kill a little time, but boy, we cannot just take the air out of the ball altogether.
Yeah, we've also missed Nathaniel Smith too a little bit. We haven't seen, they had 9 at the half, still has 9 here with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's got to pick it up now. It's time for Nathaniel to take over and get to the basket.
Yeah, he's a senior. We need him, and we need him inside. And right now, we haven't. It's not Nathaniel's fault. We haven't done a good job finding him.
After the foul on Smith, his third. Rodney Smith for Southeast.
Yeah, Coyne dribbling around at 40 feet, not the offense.
Coyne out to Nathaniel.
Yep, there you go.
Hands back to Gesner, 6:50 to go in the fourth. Railers are up 49-41.
Railers going to need to find another shooter here. Southeast is going to play us real hard man-to-man.
Gesner almost cut the wrong way, but he comes up with the catch. Now hands off to Nelson. Nice cut inside to Coyne, and the ball's loose on the floor, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by the Railers, so it goes back to Southeast, and the Spartans can climb just a little bit closer at the 6.5 mark.
Railers can't stand prosperity, and a very vocal fan over here who thinks the Railers ought to turn up the intensity, as do we all.
Senor, the Railers have extended the pressure a little bit. Smith in the middle. Now over to Gardner. Jacoby Anderson. Double team by Van Hook and Smith.
Good double team that time. Gardner found his outlet.
Senor in the corner. 3 is on the way. It's off the front of the rim. No good. And Nathaniel. And they're going to get a foul on Nathaniel on the rebound as he tried to go up against Jacoby Anderson.
Yeah, beaten to the spot, and that's where the backside wing has got to get there and beat Southeast to it, because if they do, it's almost a guaranteed offensive rebound for Southeast.
Smith's third, Jeff. No question he's going to stay in. He's got to try to avoid the fourth, or he's going to be really challenged.
3 up, and that is good. That is Gardner.
Well, that fast, the Railers' pretty significant lead at the end of the third quarter with a minute left in the third quarter. It's gone away.
Down to just a 5-point advantage. Nelson's going to drive in. Pull up from 15 is good.
Yeah, we can't quit attacking. We got to go to the hoop, and maybe we can do it in transition while Southeast is pressing.
And let's generate some turnovers. Southeast done a great job this half. 12 in the first half, only 5 here in the second so far.
Lincoln up 51-44, 5.5 to go.
Is that clock running, Jeff?
3, a long one off the back of the rim. No good. Nobody there for the Railers on the board. Jagger Anderson flips it up. That's no good. Jacoby Anderson, rebound off the glass, good, and he's going to the line. And Southeast continues to charge back.
Railers are just getting hammered on the boards. That's 7 offensive rebounds here in the second half. And the Railers cannot afford to give up that much because they aren't scoring anything off transition.
Yeah, now Jacoby Anderson just being an animal underneath, and he's tough to to deal with in there. Very stocky, very strong, and can leap and knows how to use his body really well.
Like to see Andy Cruz come in here and put a body on somebody for 2 minutes.
Railers had a big lead. It's now down to 4 at 51-47 as we're approaching the 4-minute. Nice cut over to Christian for the dunk.
Hey, that livens the place up. But come on, Railers, one good defensive set. Let's do it again and push this thing back out.
Nice look from Nathaniel Smith, who found Van Hook, went to the lane, and went up for the dunk.
Now we need Van Hook to get a rebound.
Yep.
Under 5 to go, 53-47. Gesner a little bit more pressure out on Senor. Can't leave him open. Dumping inside to Smith, spins in the lane off the glass. He's fouled again and counted.
Boy, we've done that. That's got to be 5 or 6 3-point plays. Again, once he gets the ball down in there, there's just nothing we can do. Nathaniel stretched out to cover the shooter, and they found the hole.
Railers are going to call a timeout. So waiting to see if it's going to be full. Yes, it is. 4:45 to go. Railers are up only 4, 53-49. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer
somebody over.
Yeah, we're just trying to block a shot, and now he's doing a real good job of using his body, and they've had, 3 or 4 and ones right now.
You almost wonder if it's time to put Van Hook out on top of that zone, or at least we're up on one of the high spots. Oh, he had Kirby Long.
53-50. It's down to a one-possession game. 4:40 to go in our fourth quarter. Nathaniel Smith working to the front court for the Railers. Hands back to Nelson.
Railers need to run the offense, get a little time off the clock, and find a good shot.
Nelson may have gotten away with a carry.
Yeah, he did.
Nelson down to Smitty on the baseline off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound. Tried to go up, and we've got something coming, and a foul is going to be whistled on Southeast.
Yeah, we need that. We need more of Nathaniel Smith going to the hoop. He did a good job. Missed the first initial layup or a little fading jump shot, but he was able to get his rebound again and going right back up. We need points here, and we need some easy baskets because Southeast has sure turned up the pressure.
Yep, they have, and the Raiders need to knock down free throws.
First free throw up and good. Nathaniel now in double figures with 10.
Brothers putting people on the lane now, Josh, when it's inside, when it's a one-possession basketball game.
Second one up, second one good. Raiders are up 55-50.
Big stop here. They get 2 points there. You got to come down and you got to get stops if you're going to kind of build any kind of lead here.
Yeah, well, you win this game on the defensive end. Uh-oh, they've got him wide open on the baseline.
Baseline up off the glass, no good. Tipped out of bounds. Touched by number 10 for Southeast. So, again, they found it right to the lane, but couldn't convert. Railers get the ball.
Yeah, here's where we need Nelson and Smitty. Find some way to get open. You know, you got to have your seniors, your free throw shooters, the guys that you want handling the ball. You got to get it to them.
Yeah, got Nelson. Had Nelson.
Inbound to Van Hook, and then he lost it. Southeast in the corner. Senor's 3. It's on the way. Off the rim, no good, but Coyne high for the rebound for Lincoln. And then a reach-in foul is going to be whistled on Gardner, and that's 4.
Railers dodge a bullet there. Yeah. And, next foul, Railers are shooting free throws.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely dodge a bullet after we get it inbounds, but Christian's got to grab it. And thank goodness Senor misses it. Grant Coyne with a huge rebound. And we got to find a way to get the ball in bounds.
Christian's got to grab it, leave it up in the air, and look around before he puts the ball on the ground.
Coyne out of Van Hook.
Fumbled that one.
Christian is going to bring it into the front. We're going to hand back to Jordan Nelson.
It's the right move, but he pushes it up to the line first.
3:50 to go. Locked underneath. Nathaniel with the move. Tries to cut in the lane, and another foul is going to be whistled. But with the team foul situation on Southeast, that'll be their 7th, so Nathaniel will go to the line shooting bonus. But again, getting it in the lane, getting it to the basket.
Great call by Coach. They're really pressuring the outside, and they're really trying to deny, especially when Nathaniel Smith, or we're wanting to pass it to Smitty or Nelson. They're really trying to deny it. Well, we just get a back door right from Nelson to Smith. Works perfect.
Gesner, the only Railer on the lane here for the free throws from Nathaniel. Free throw on the way. It's up, and it is good. He'll get the second one.
Free throws look a lot better than he has up. Really, when he started that streak of 26 of 31, he missed one tonight, but he's got a lot of nice arcs, a great rotation, using his legs here, especially in the fourth quarter.
Second one good as well. Nathaniel now with 13, and the Railers have pushed it back to 7 at 57-50. 3:40 to go in the contest.
One big stop right here.
Senor cut off Anderson. Now back to Senor. Stripped away by Jordan, who's going to go in for the easy 2.
That's the ticket.
Big steal by Nelson. Puts the Railers up 9, 59-50. Anderson to Senor.
Now,
20 to
more
go.
stop.
Senor skips it over. Looking to make a move. Southeast, they dump it down low, but a foul is going to be whistled for that.
And Southeast, that's 9 on the Railers, so one more one-on-one, and the next one they're shooting 2.
Well, when I saw Jacoby Anderson out behind the three-point line, I was loving it because the way they've hurt us has gotten them inside, and they kept him out on the three-point line. Well, if you're a Railer fan, you got to love to see that because you don't want him in the middle.
Yeah, he and Davis have killed us in this half inside.
Free throw up and good by Jagger Anderson. He now has 7. That foul was on Brant Coyne. 3rd for Brant. 59-51.
Free throw's going to be huge. Free throws and turnovers and defensive rebounding. That's going to be the last 3 minutes of this basketball game.
Anderson gets them both. 59-52. Inbound to Nathaniel Smith. He's going to work against Senor, trying to get it into the front court. Nathaniel does so with little difficulty. Now over to Nelson. 3 minutes to go. Railer lead is 7.
You feel pretty comfy when Nathaniel's got the ball no matter who's guarding him.
Jordan over to Coyne.
Whoa, that was lucky.
Hands back to Nelson. Stuck in the corner. Timeout called by the Railers.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach. Trapped in the corner. You got 4 of them. You better use them.
I don't know. Coach had an exchange with the referee when he was done. He kind of tossed his arms up and looked up at the ceiling. I don't know what happened there, but the Railers take a 30. And yeah, if you're going to get trapped, it's good to get trapped right in front of your own bench. You got a lot of help.
Well, too, Coach has a lot of out-of-bounds plays coming off of the sideline out of bounds. And when you get trapped like that, of course, you can't lose any possession right now. But you have to get a play set right here, right out of bounds. Maybe a back door. We've seen that from the out of bounds or right to Nelson. Some sort of back door. We've got to get right here just to get an easy layup. If we can't get a back door, we got to make sure we get it in bounds.
Yeah, because Southeast is probably going to overplay here. You'd imagine the possession arrow does point to the Railers. So if they should get a held ball, they will get possession back.
2:55 left in the 4th quarter. Lincoln will inbound right in front of their own bench. Nathaniel Smith handling those.
Southeast got 11 shots in this quarter, Jeff, and the Railers have 5.
Nathaniel on the inbound. 2:55 to go. Inbound to Coyne. Brant on the dribble. Kicks it back down to Nelson. Railers up 7. 59-52. Trying to sweep Southeast in the regular season. Gesner works around a screen from Van Hook.
Had Smitty on the baseline there. It would have been a tough pass, and I guess you're not looking for a turnover here.
And then a foul is going to be whistled out front on Southeast. Railers are going to go to the line, and free throws become very, very big.
Well, they've got to guard us so tight to put pressure on us and try and get any steals. And when Nelson, they're bodying him, and he can get around them. And then any foul, any touch, it seems like it's been called pretty tightly.
Yeah.
Tonight. So heck, we're in the bonus. Put it in the free throw shooter's hands and let him create.
And yet Jordan's smart enough as a senior to know to go right into the body, force the referee to make the call.
Jordan makes the first one, makes it 60-52. That foul, guys, was on Jacoby Anderson. He now has 4.
Well, Anderson, we've got him in foul trouble twice.
Second one up. Second one good. 61-52.
Keep it a 3-possession game here. Gives you a little room to breathe.
Anderson to Senor. Working on the perimeter. Bodies hit the floor.
3 bodies hit the floor.
Jumper from the corner, that's up, and that is good. A 3, that is Gardner. 61-55. 2:15 to go. Back to 6-point lead for the Railers.
Still man-to-man press. Now, Railers do a good job of everybody clearing and just letting us bring it up one-on-one.
Nathaniel over to Nelson. Double team comes to him. Nathaniel's going to take it. Kick it back out to Gesner. 2 minutes to go.
They're running the weave, as a fan in Springfield once said.
Lane opened up, but Nelson kicked it back out. Smith picked up his dribble in the corner to Gesner. Cutting Nathaniel down the lane, it wide open, and he lays it in.
Nice. Man, that's execution. The Raiders kill 40 seconds and then get a layup.
63-55. A minute 45 to go in the baseline. They try and kick it back out. Ball loose on the floor. Bodies all over. And I think they're going to get Gesner. He's the one that was at the bottom of the pile, but that's okay. Send Southeast to the line. Make them hit free throws.
Kind of like a loose ball almost, and a scrum for it. And Gesner goes down, but a foul on Gesner. But like you said, great execution that last play. Run 40 seconds off, and Southeast does so much switching. Basically, they forgot to pick back up Smitty, and Gesner had a good pass to a cutting Smitty.
Yeah, you probably, if you're going to leave somebody open, you probably don't want it to be Nathaniel.
Rodney Smith with the first free throw.
Offense for defense here. DeAndre Rye comes in. replacing Jacoby Anderson. So they're bringing somebody in who can foul. That's what it seems like.
Second one on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Gesner with a big rebound for the Railers. Up by 7, 63 or 63-56. A minute and a half to go.
Well, it helps because they had a 3 to the Railers too. So now if the Railers can get a couple here, they can push it back to 9 points.
Nathaniel, nice back cut by Gesner. Lays it up. He missed the layup.
Boy, Jordan, that wrong hand there. I'm not sure why he went left hand.
Senor tried to fire a 3, but Coyne was out on him quickly. A minute 15. Railers up 7.
Oh, that's a huge.
Gardner over to Senor. Launching a 3. It's up off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Rye. He's going to kick it in the lane. Up, takes it back out. 3 up. That won't go down. Everybody trying to grab the board, and Van Hook comes out with it for the Railers. Now the Railers have numbers, and Nelson will pull it back out and reset. And Nelson is fouled, and he's going to the line as Senor gets called for his second.
And that's 9 on Southeast, so the Railers are shoot 2 after this one. That's a big help. We said last 3 minutes it's free throws, turnovers and boards, and the Railers have done all 3 pretty well so far.
59 seconds to go. Lincoln 63. Southeast 56. 1 and bonus. Jordan Nelson stepping to the line. 24 on the night.
Boy, a full house tonight, Josh. This place is packed.
Yeah, good crowd. One of the better crowds we've had for sure this year, and maybe in the last couple. They came out and they saw a good ball game too.
Sure did. Got your money's worth tonight.
Second one good as well. In the second half, guys, the Railers are 10 of 10 from the line.
That's execution.
Up by 9. Under a minute to go. 3 on the way. Jacoby Anderson spins out. Ball tipped around. Southeast comes over. Van Hook with another block. Senor fires off a long 3. That's short, no good. Getting lots of opportunities. Smith off the glass. It goes down, and he is fouled.
Man, my stats are unofficial, but I have him for 13 points off offensive rebounds here in the second half.
Foul goes against Christian Van Hook. That's his third. 65, 58, 40 seconds to go.
One of the problems you get when you try to block every shot is you're always out of position.
Yeah, and that's where the other Railers got to pick it up.
You bet. Let Van Hook try to block the shot. Everybody else needs to put a body on somebody or get to the right spot.
Timeouts taken by Southeast. We'll take time with them. 39 seconds to go. Railers are up by 6, 65-59. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Just under 40 seconds to go. Lincoln 65, Southeast 59. Railers have done very well from the free throw line, but so has Southeast. Both teams in the second half are combined 22 of 23 from the free throw line. That's why there's more wins than losses for both of these teams.
That's shooting it. And Jeff, this is so eerily reminiscent of the game in Springfield at Southeast. I think we won it 63-58, so we're right there on the score. But again, Southeast has 18 shots in this quarter alone. 3, 6, 9, 10 of them are threes. And while they haven't hit 6 like they did, they've only hit 2. Man, it's bombs away. The Railers have got to hit the defensive board.
Railers get it inbound. Coyne to Nelson in the backcourt.
Now they're zone pressing.
Nathaniel's picked up his dribble right in front of the coaching staff. Timeout taken by the Railers.
Coach is pointing, going, get down the floor, fellas. I think that leaves the Railers with, one timeout or 2?
1 timeout.
They got 2 left, I believe.
34 seconds to go. Lincoln hanging on to that 65-59 lead. Now with when they take that timeout off the board, Railers down 2-1.
Jeff, the Railers, down to 1. The Railers have done a great job against Southeast pressure. They only have 6 turnovers here in the second half and only 2 in the fourth quarter. Where they're getting killed is they have now given up 7 offensive rebounds for 8 points here in the fourth. And that's how Southeast has climbed back in this thing. They're just firing it from the perimeter and everybody's going to the bucket.
Yeah, we talked about that kind of a throw-and-go mentality, although their throw-and goes from the three-point line, but they've put Jacoby Anderson and Rodney Smith, Davis underneath have been a ton on the boards.
Yeah, they have, and the Railers just haven't been in good position.
So after the timeout, Coyne lobs it to Nathaniel, who breaks to the basket, lays it up and in.
Boy, Smitty's had a great game. Nice look by Coyne that time to find him.
67-59, Southeast quickly down court.
And then and shoot a layup. That's really not what you want.
Played all game, and he comes in and goes coast to coast.
DeAndre Rye lays it up and in, so now 67-61. 24 seconds to go. Timeout Southeast. Nathaniel with 17 on the night. Jordan with 26.
Again, when both those guys score 20, the Railers win. The game's in the 60s, the Railers win. So we knew Southeast. We talked about it at halftime. We talked about it the whole game. We knew they'd have a run. And the Railers did a good job fending off the first one in the third quarter. But there's no quitting these Southeast kids. And it's just like the Railers, even though every game last year was 12 points, the Railers played them hard every game.
So Coyne to inbound. Nelson, Gesner, Van Hook, and Smith on the floor. Coyne can run the baseline after a made basket.
Had Smitty.
Hands into Jordan, but he's grabbed before the ball comes in, and with that foul, the Railers will be shooting two the rest of the way.
You know, Jeff, that used to be a technical, and I thought that was a pretty good rule.
I know it used to be, because just back from when I played, and if you were down and whatever, you had to foul, you always waited until the ball got in play, because if not, if you fouled while it wasn't in play, that was a technical.
Yeah.
It was a no hands, no ifs, ands, or buts. It was a technical, and now, why wouldn't you do that and not have any time run off the clock? I don't understand that that ruling. If they do it, and you're not going to give them a technical, at least run a second or two off the clock. You never know how crucial a second or two could be.
Yeah. Yes, we do. We've had people hit threes on us this year at least a couple of times to beat us and a deuce. So, yeah, seconds matter.
Nelson gets them both to go down 69-61. Railers back up by 8. Now only 20 seconds to go. Southeast quickly into the front court. Gardner works it over to Senor. Top of the key, three on the way. Off the side of the rim, rebounded by Nelson, and that should just about do it with 10 seconds to go.
Yep.
Nelson will walk to the other end. He can hit them both. He'll be at 30. But the most important thing, Railers are up by 8, and I think this one's in the win column.
Yeah, Jeff, and I'll tell you, this has been a tough basketball game. The Railers really acquitted themselves well. Got just enough scoring out of some other people besides Smith and Nelson to force Southeast to play a little different defense, and then they have withstood some real intense pressure here in the fourth.
Nelson, bend to the knee, free throw up, spins good.
Well, free throws win basketball games, guys. We've done it ever since you've been growing up. They count big, and this game have been huge, not only for Lincoln, but even for losing Southeast. They're going to lose tonight, but they kept it close with a lot of free throws from by themselves.
Well, the Railers have put themselves in position to win the conference, or at least share it the conference.
Senor's three is off no good. Van Hook grabs the rebound, and that's the way our game will end. Railers victorious 70-61. Railers improved to 20-3 on the season, 9-2 in the conference. Southeast drops to 14-6. They are also 9-2 in Central State 8 play. Again, final score, Lincoln 70, Southeast 61. We'll be back with the post-game show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.